So a little bit about my van first. Wait.
Got a bird, what a whistle, baby got a bird.
I started out with the idea of it being an RV. After further investigation, a couple recommendations from friends, I had a former coworker suggest a Sprinter van because it's more stealth. Stealth. Keyword. This is the key word that you want to know in the van life community, because that is the difference between an RV and a van. And that's the difference between being able to cruise into a city without any problems or not. Part of my goal and my mission, which I will talk about in another video, is the anthropological aspect of things, which includes interviewing people that might live in cities. And I also want to be able to check out the cities. I also want to be able to check out the cities. Originally, I had the idea of an RV because I thought, oh, I'm gonna be living in it. I want space. But after finding the world of converted vans, damn, bitch, it is crazy. So there are a couple people you should follow on Instagram if you want to understand what I'm talking about. VanBoyLife, van.boy.life. They literally just post conversions, like the coolest conversions. People come up with really cool layout ideas, and they like quote unquote influencers that I have now found. Christian Schaefer, it's a girl. Christian is spelled like Christian. And Schaefer is spelled S-C-H-A-E. No. S-C-H-A-F-E-R. Doesn't matter. You'll find her. I'm sure you will. She's really cool. She's a nature photographer. Another one that I really, really like and respect is Court and Nate. I really like them because, first of all, their van conversion is dope. They built it themselves. I also really like them for their ideals. Courtney, I don't really know what to call her. She posts a lot about being on native land, and when she makes posts, she tags them, calling them by the name of the Native Americans that inhabited that land before colonization. So I think that's awesome and really respectable, and I think that they're really responsible about doing their van life shit. Suffice it to say, van conversions can be really cool. You can fit a lot in those vans. That was when I changed my mind and decided I was gonna do van life. And then I discovered like there are Facebook groups for van lifers. There are like all of these, there's so many resources under this catchphrase van life, which I have come to know and love. So I started, joining all of these Facebook groups, learning a little more through there, learning some more through blogs and research. And upon discovering that you can really deck out a converted van, I was like, cool. I mean, it's just me and my dog. I don't need that much. Let's do it. I had seen a bunch of girls that built out their own van that I thought was so fucking cool and had considered that for a little, but then I realized like I'm trying to get on the road in 2 months or less, and I just don't have the time to teach myself all of this, especially when I am not particularly mechanically or constructively savvy. I once put the backboard of my dresser on the front side and had to call a TaskRabbit and pay the TaskRabbit the full hour just so she could use her little tool to take out the nails and put it on the correct side. Just to give you an idea of my building capabilities, I'm sure with the time and the effort, I could become an expert at it. I think it's really important, and something I believe is like everybody's a noob at one point in time. It's really interesting with doing all of this, seeing people's reactions, being like, have you ever done that before? Or have you ever done this before? Have you heard of it? No, I haven't. But does that mean I can't find out? And I think that's important for everyone to keep in mind, is that we're all noobs at one point in time. Just because you're not an expert doesn't mean you can't be. So anyways, I started looking into building my own van. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's be realistic here, Steph. And so then on one of the Facebook groups, I found this girl who builds for people. So you can hire people to do the build for you, and you give them the layout ideas and stuff like that. This girl was so fucking cool and nice, and I'm gonna suggest her to everybody and anybody. She lives in Portland. I talked to her, we emailed back and forth for like a good 2 or 3 weeks and got so in detail. The emails were like paragraphs. And I was like, I'm thinking this layout. And she was so helpful. Gave me a lot of tips and tricks and ideas. Once it came time, 2 things deterred me from following through with that. One was that I would have to find a way to get up to Portland to drop it off and go back up to Portland to pick it up. And then 2, time. To do a customized van build would take her 3 months, which didn't line up with my timeline. And also, if it takes a professional 3 months, it would have taken me like 6 months. We had left it like, okay, I'm gonna go look for my gutted van now. So in searching Craigslist to look for my gutted van, I found the van that I ended up buying, which was total synchronicity and luck and all of that kind of shit, which I think is so awesome and divine. I feel like ever since I've made this decision, everything's kind of just like fallen into place really easily and effortlessly. And I feel like that's when you know that it's like the right move. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know everything. I had looked at probably like 7 or 8 vans. And the vans that I looked at, I mean, there are tons of options. These aren't the only ones, but for me, it was really important to be able to stand in the van because I want to feel like I'm at home as much as possible and that I'm comfortable. Because I did find a van that was like way cheap and would have been awesome. The inside was really cool, but it was like, not like, you know what I mean? Like it was a regular ass van, so I would have had to be on my knees cooking and stuff, which I am a very tall lady. Whoa, Lumi, wow. All right, biatch. We're just gonna pretend that Lumi didn't completely screw this up. And in that category, vans that you can stand in, and the vans that I saw were, there's a Mercedes Sprinter van. That one was cool. It's definitely like big and it's Mercedes, so it's nice and reliable and more expensive. The turning radius was like crazy in a bad way. Not very good turning radius. And it just felt big, like when you were driving it. It felt like a heap. I test drove it. I saw this dude's and he was asking quite a bit for it, which was over my budget. That was that. The other one is a Ford Transit, which I also test drove. That one's cool too, but it still kind of felt big. And the last, which is what I'm seeing as the most common and what I liked the most, is the RAM Promaster. I got the 2500. It wasn't like I was looking for that one in particular. All that really means is that I have more towing power. There is different wheelbases too even. So what the wheelbase is how far it is from the front wheels to the back wheels. There's 136, 154 and like 178 or something. I could be totally fucking wrong on that because I'm going from memory, so please don't quote me on that. But needless to say, I got the 136, which is the shortest wheelbase, and it can fit in a parking spot. Legit. I mean, it's just me and my dog. So, and it feels like there's plenty of space in there. I'll show you. I'll give you a van tour once it's a little more like nice and set up because I'm going to put some finishing touches on this baby. 136 is working for me great, and the RAM Promaster drives amazing in my opinion. It's a 2017, so it has like a backup camera and this whole like nice little sound system set up with a screen. The turn radius is awesome. It feels like I'm driving just like a huge car. The only time where I can really tell that I'm in a van is when I get on the freeway. Road noise, and any van lifer will tell you this, road noise is something like you just kind of learn to live with. There are certain things that you can do to like mitigate road noise. And I think that maybe this is a theory, but I think maybe being in an emptier van makes more noise. I would imagine like clothes and stuff add more cushion, but like once I start driving and going fast, you can hear the wind slapping the van. You can hear things in the back like jiggling around. Even if you pump up the music, like it's But that's okay. It's all part of driving around in your house, so it makes sense. You know, I think the buildup at this point is excessive. Like, I would like to just fucking get on the road already, because I'm tripping and I'm starting to think about all of these little things that I don't think I would think of unless I was on the road, or unless they happened to me while I was on the road. But it's still good to be prepared. So I think it's good, and it's not like this is a light decision, like I'm gonna go vacay, whatever. It's like I'm living out of my van for 6 months. So it's a really big decision, and I'm glad that I'm taking all of these important steps and taking my time to convert to van life. That being said, there's a lot of things you have to do before doing that. And the biggest thing, not one of the biggest thing, the biggest thing is fucking minimizing your shit. I have so much shit. I took a video of it. I'll show you. And this is my 3rd round already going through my stuff and making piles, donate, storage, whatever. And so I'm still doing that now, but I'm hoping that this is the final countdown. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, the final countdown. Do-do-do. And I don't know. That's about it. I want to wrap up because I feel like I've been rambling. And I just want to say, I made this decision end of October with a full-time job, living in an apartment in San Francisco. And November, December, January. It's taking me 3 months, basically, a little more than 3 months to convert to van life, which entails minimizing your stuff, choosing the van, making it yours, personalizing it. That's coming up. Installing any necessities that you need to install. Like, I'm going to most likely install solar panels just because I don't want to have to worry about power while I'm out there on my own. You know, considering the toilet. Oh my God, the fucking toilet. This is gonna be a whole nother video because I am trying to get a composting toilet, because out of all of the toilets I've found, that one seems to be the best, and I pee a lot. Anybody that knows that I drink a lot of water and I pee a lot, and I'm very regular. Not that you asked, but this is the kind of shit we're gonna be talking about on van life. So if you're like squeamish about that shit, just don't watch those ones, because I'm going to talk about it. I'm not. I don't fucking care. So the toilet, the shower situation. I have a shower out the back, but the guy didn't have a hot water tank. Fine, whatever. But like, I'm needing to now figure out how to work around that, because I want hot showers. That is the one thing I do want. So that is all a part of the process now. I'm sure we'll get into more detail about that coming up, but I just wanted to keep it fairly surface level. I don't think I really did that, but whatever. Just wanted to make sure I, took you guys through this whole process and let you know that this has been a whole process, a long ass process, lots of researching, lots of learning, getting integrated into this life, and I regret nothing. Oh my God, how could I forget my fucking favorite influencer out of all of them? This girl, okay, major fucking shout out to Janelle Eliana? I don't know if I can know, but Janelle. I found her recently on YouTube, is her main channel. She is fucking so cool, and she has like 3 million followers or something, because she's hilarious and awesome. And I just want to thank her, because when all of the other van life people I had been looking at are pretty like outdoorsy, hikery, and like it seemed like a lot of the clothes that they had were like that. And if you know me, you know that I love fashion and I like making looks, like makeup looks, and it makes me really happy. Like, it's, sure, some of it's vanity, but I really see it as an act of self-care and self-love. So when I had originally started like putting my clothes aside of what I was gonna bring on the road, I was like, I'm only gonna need hiking clothes. I'm not gonna wear nice clothes. And then I found Janelle, and I fucking love her because she's, first of all, hilarious, totally like my vibe. And second of all, she doesn't give a fuck. Like, she lives in a van and she owns it, and like wears all of these really beautiful, dope, cool, funky, fresh outfits. And 50% of her van is clothes. And I just fucking, yeah, like, yes. I feel that. So now I'm reevaluating my chosen closet. Maybe I'll bring this. Why not? But I am reevaluating my chosen closet, because just because I live in a van, it doesn't mean I need to look like it. And I still want to look cute, and I like looking cute, and I could even do like fun little photo shoots and stuff. Like, ain't no shame in my game. So yeah. Thanks, Janelle. You are fucking cool. All right, peeps. Thanks for watching and listening, and hit that subscribe button. Just pop it like my pimple. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use that. My sister, bless her soul, is gonna help me with what they call post-production, because I have no knowledge of that either. Thank God my family is talented and knowledgeable. And with that, I'm really out. Bye.